We we are live. A little bit premature, but that's okay. Good morning, everybody. It is day 13, or no, day 18. Sorry, we are at day 18 of FlyLady's cruising through the holidays. If you're just now seeing me for the very first time, my name is Sheila. This is Positive Changes, and here on my channel, I am documenting my journey of trying to improve my health and just make positive changes in my life, no matter what area of health it is. And right now, my focus is getting ready for the Christmas holidays. Oh, I forgot to put my mic on. Let me do that really quick. I do apologize, guys. Production problems. Alrighty. All right, testing 1, 2. Do we have a good connection? Good morning, Amanda. How are you? How's the audio today? I started this live stream without my mic and I just now put it on. So tell me how that goes. Good morning, Cece. Both of you are beautiful ladies. Thank you. Audio is good. Great. All right. Well, we're here in the dining room. Since we cleaned off the dining room table a couple of days ago for Clean and Fling Day, I thought I would use this nice clean work surface to do what I need to do today. Like I was just saying a little bit ago, it is day 18 of Anti-Procrastination Day. That is day 18. Okay, cruising through the holidays is the system that FlyLady set up to help us prepare our homes and our meals and everything that deals with the holiday season, which is Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate this time of the year. I've been using this system for several years. In fact, she developed this system perhaps 20 years ago, and it is still pertinent today. I love doing this, and so I decided to do it as a live stream this year. I got home from work. Shoes, socks, and feet were wet. Went to change clothes and pulled something in my lower back. Oh my! I'm hating life at the moment. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amanda. I hope you do get to feeling better soon. You just take this day to rest. And if you have to take tomorrow off to rest too, then do it. You take care of yourself. All right. Well, yesterday we did some plan and play, and FlyLady talked about cleaning and flinging her the kids' old toys. But because my kids are older, I didn't do that yesterday because we don't have those old toys anymore in our household. So I focused on a little bit of anti-procrastination task and chopped up my potatoes and got them prepared for Thanksgiving. Funny thing though, while I was doing that and was planning for the rest of this week, I was doing my brain dump last night and writing down all the things that I need to do to get ready for Thanksgiving, like make dinner rolls this day, bake the bread this day, make the pumpkin pie this day. Yeah, I was marking it all out on my brain dump. And then I realized this morning when I was ticking off the calendar in the kitchen, Thanksgiving isn't next week, it's the week after. For some reason, I had it in my brain last night that I only have a few days left or a week left, and I had to get all these things done in a week. Well, we don't have to. But yesterday, during the time when I was chopping up my potatoes, Amanda suggested that I need to work on my pumpkins. I've been talking about this for quite a few weeks. And she suggested today for Anti-Procrastination Day, we're going to be working on pumpkins. And so I make my pumpkin pie from a fresh pumpkin. I haven't bought canned pumpkin at the grocery store for a good 10 years. And so once I learned how to process the pumpkin puree and get it ready for my pumpkins or cakes or cookies or whatever, um, I I haven't gone back. I haven't looked back at buying a canned pumpkin ever since because the flavor is so much better in my opinion. But I'm old school. I know some people like box stuffing, but I prefer the real stuff. Love you. Love you. But anyway, I'm going to have show you how I do this today. Um Don't even have a Bobby to blame it on. Oh, well, Bobby's been sleeping with the girls lately, so I haven't had any problems with my back, thank goodness. Already told my boss that I'm injured just in case I can't move tomorrow. That's good. You probably ought to take that extra day of rest anyway, just because you deserve it. Hello, friends. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Hey, Pandy. Oh, I didn't see you. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. Pandy. Hi, Pandy. You slipped in. I didn't even notice. Good morning, Billy. How are you? I'll be okay. I hope my whole lower back down my bum to my upper thighs is on fire. Heating pad and rest. Yep, definitely. I'm out doing laundry this morning. Okay, Maggie. That's great. I heard it coming. Leave box stuffing. No, sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta shut up. Just okay. I'm shutting up now. I'm just shutting up. I just like doing old-fashioned things. All right. That's you do you. That's fine. Okay. I am armed today with my knife. We are going to go through all the steps. I do have my recipe, but I read it and it's like this is very basic. It's not that difficult. I thought processing pumpkin puree out of a pumpkin would be the hardest thing in the world, and it really isn't. It is really, really easy. So I've already cleaned my pumpkin. I went to our local pumpkin patch, picked out a whole bunch of pumpkins, and so I've already cleaned this, and now we're going to cut it in half um, from the stem to the bottom. The bottom. So you don't want to cut it in half horizontally. You want to cut it vertically. So let's cut this in half. And it is kind of difficult because the rind is a bit tricky. But I've got my meat tenderizer so I can bang my knife. There we go. Okay. Okay. I will get back to the chat in just a little bit. While I'm wielding this knife, I need to really focus. I am notorious with slicing my fingers. Alrighty, there we go. There we go. That is what it'll look like. And we're going to scoop all of that goody stuff out. There's the other one. We're going to scoop all that goody stuff out. Oh, I forgot my bowl. Let me go get my bowl real quick. Oh, okay. Gotta get some water too. Sorry about this. I missed one little step in my production, but we got it in hand. Alrighty. So, what we're going to do next is scoop out the seeds and membranes. Yes, you'd know me very all too well, Amanda. Handy, freezing in my house, so I have a blanket for it and a space heater near my desk right now. Oh my. Well, you stay warm, Handy. I know where my desk is situated, it's the coldest part of the house, too. So, yeah, I completely understand that part. Hello, Shania. How are you? We are making pumpkin pie from a pumpkin. Well, mainly I'm just making the puree and just prepping the puree for future pumpkin pies. So right now we just cut the pumpkin in half, and now I'm just going to scoop out all of this um, seeds and the stringy thingies, whatever that's called, the membrane. I don't know what they call that. So Emily, how are you? It's been a long time, my friend. Good afternoon. Have not been here for a while. Hello, everyone. We have flood warning here in the UK. Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, goodness. I hope you guys stay safe and it doesn't affect your home. Well, today, Emily, you just walked in, you just came in to where I am preparing my pumpkin puree from fresh pumpkins. I just finished cutting this one in half, and I'm scooping out all of the nice seeds and stringy thingies. Oh my goodness. A couple of the seeds fell out. Thankfully it landed on my towel. There we go. And I'm putting my seeds and membrane stuff in a bowl of water. I typically don't roast my pumpkin seeds, but I'm going to try to do that this year. I've tried in the past and haven't had much success, but we're going to try it again this year. Okay. Okay. All right, there's one. Oh, I forgot to do one little step before I do that. I've got my cookie sheet right here. I need to put some parchment paper on top of it. Sorry about your ears. All right. All right, and then you put the pumpkin face down on the parchment paper on your cookie sheet. Now let's clean this next one out. I'm okay, listening while at work. Well, I hope you feel so much better, Shania. I know Shanya's been having issues with her own back lately. Everybody's having problems with their back. Oh my goodness. Emily, my son got back from the London, Oxford last week, so stay dry though. Yep, definitely try and stay dry. I tried once, but I don't think I roasted them long enough. Yeah, I don't know what I do wrong. Because whenever I try to eat them, I don't know if it roasted too long or not enough, or is there a step that I wasn't doing? But we'll try. We will all I can do and all I can say is I will try. Who'd have thought it's raining here in England? Looks amazing, and I love your apron. Thanks, Emily. I've had this thing for years, and it's probably due to go in the wash again. I wear it all the time when I'm cooking, because I can be messy, as you saw earlier when I dropped some of the pumpkin seeds on the table. All right, can I get this out? Go. Managed to get most of it out all in one go. Well, most of it anyway. Okay. All right. All right, there's the other one. It's all nice and clean. And then you put those both face down on your parchment paper and your cookie sheet, and you put it into an oven of 400 degrees. I didn't calculate what that is in Celsius, but 400 degrees Fahrenheit for, it said 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of the pumpkin. Now, if it's a big pumpkin, I usually put it in for an hour. This will probably take around 45 to 50 minutes for this size of pumpkin. But I apologize that I didn't do the conversion. I should have. I wasn't expecting anyone from England to be popping in. For Anti-Procrastination Day, I'm working on my membership stuff before the 20th of the month for once. So that's good, Pandy. I'm loving your lives. Thanks, Shania. I'm just being me. That's all I can do is, yeah. I don't find it anything spectacular. I'm just being me. Hope he had an amazing time. Yeah. Good morning, my family. Hi, Maria. Good morning, my friend. Emily, he went up. Okay. You guys are, I love when you guys are just chit-chatting with one another. Good morning, Maria and the ladies. All right. Well, I'm going to go pop this in the oven really quick. I will be right back. Okay. So that is for 45 minutes at a 400 degree Fahrenheit oven. But I already did one this morning. So we will be scooping this out. Okay, let me go put this up in the kitchen. Okay. Okay. Now, what I have done in the past is I will pre-measure. I'm thinking maybe I should do that today. But I would pre-measure my pumpkin, and then all I had to do was dig out the amount. In fact, you know what? Why don't I do that? Let me just get my scale really quick and get my smaller quart size bags and make it a little bit easier on myself. I didn't think about it till just this minute, guys. All right, here we go. Okay. These are my big bags. Here's my smaller bags. I don't need that any longer, so let me move that over here out of the way. Okay. And I'll put my scale right here next to me so I can see it. And I recall it's 2 cups. Oops. 2 cups, which is 16 ounces. of pumpkin per pie, I believe. Okay, so, all right, now I've got that all zeroed out. Celsius. Thanks, Amanda. So 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius in for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of your pumpkin. All right, so we have got these all done. They're still pretty warm, but just so you guys can see, that's what they kind of look like. All nice and golden. Okay. And so I'm just going to scoop this out and put it in my baggie until I get 16 ounces. Oops. Oh, I messed up. Darn it. That was, good grief. I just messed up. I flubbed up. Come on, string. Get off my finger. All right, I will do this bag later. I messed up here. Okay. Is that the ounces? Whoops. Trying to get it on I had it on grams instead of ounces. And so I had 10 grams, but then I realized, oh no, I have it in the wrong measurement. There we go. Now we can try this over again. Oh, Germany does Celsius? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a silly American. Set in our ways. Although, if we went to metric, it'd be a whole lot easier to convert over from like millimeters to centimeters. I've been working on making an A5 planner sheets for myself, but I can't get any A5 paper. Or well, if I cut out the paper that I have A5 size, but my printer won't accept that paper size, and it doesn't have a setting. I could change it to like an A4 size or legal size or 5x7, but you know, A5 is a little bit different than 5x7. And so I've been using the centimeters, millimeter size, the 148 by 148 millimeters by 210 millimeters, cutting my paper that way. But oh, did I do something? I did. Oh my goodness. Nobody saw that, did they? Part of the bottom of the pumpkin came out. 400 degrees. Okay. All right. I may have to go back and screenshot that, Amanda. So 400 degrees Fahrenheit is 204 degrees Celsius. And she put the conversion equation as 400 minus 30 multiplied by 5/9 equals 204. Okay. What the fuck? I'm just a silly American too. I just live where the army tells me to. That's how I get to live in Germany and Japan. Yes, but because of that, then you're kind of, you have to do those kind of conversions in order to survive. So you're actually better off than I am. Because if I try to go to a foreign country and do that, I'd be lost. I'd be Googling all the time, asking Google, how do I do this? How do I convert this? Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should have let this cool off a little bit more. So it's very warm to the bare hand. And it's getting to where I'm getting some of the rind in here, and I don't want the rind. I accidentally scooped up rind earlier. Okay, that's good. I tried to make stickers last night. I cursed out my silhouette. I need a tutorial on my Cricut. I needed to actually just have an actual full-on class. I need to go to some kind of a class on how to use my Cricut. Because I can make cute things on Canva, but trying to get it on the, sorry about the noise, guys. Trying to get the rind, because the rind is baked so, it is so tender that the rind wants to come off along with the pulp, and we don't want that. You are so worldly, Amanda. I bet you have seen things that I can't even imagine. I bet so. For A5, I split A4 in half for 2. That's what A4 is. That A4 size, is that the 8.5 by 11 size? 8.5 inches by 11 inches. I've tried that, but then I see some people's A5 sheets, and they look too narrow. Or well, my cutting mine in half, cutting a 8.5 by 11 sheet in half, makes it look too narrow. Centimeters. I bought 10-centimeter acrylic discs to make gifts. I didn't click in my freedom unit brain that 10 centimeters is small. I don't know about worldly, Shawnee. I'm scrappy, and I'll find what I need. Language and culture barriers be damned. Yep. Good morning, Chrissy. How are you? I baked a pumpkin this morning, and now I am scooping out the pulp. And as I'm scooping it out, I'm measuring out 2 cups, which is what I need to make my pie. So that's what I'm here doing today for my anti-procrastination day. And you can credit Amanda for the idea, because she told me I should be doing this today. I've been saying I've been needing to do this anyway, so we're doing it. We've missed you too, Chrissy. But you've been busy, so we understand you not hopping on once in a while. You've got a full plate on your hands. especially this time of year for your business. Okay. Okay. Oh, what area? It's my crappy dining room. The wall that we worked on is right here behind me. And this is uh, my canning, what do you call it? My canning storage pantry. Yeah, my canning pantry. I just wanted to be, I needed the reason why I'm in here is because, for one, my dining room was clean because we cleaned it on Monday. My husband was very helpful on Monday and helped me get a lot of this clutter and stuff that was in here out. And so since the dining table was nice and cleaned, my kitchen island is cluttered right now because I've been working in there. So I thought I'd move this little thing in here since I had the room and it was clean and halfway presentable. But this is old wallpaper. We're gonna take that down sometime, but whenever we have the money and the time to actually do it, then we will. We only managed to get one wall done, and that one's this one. But you guys have seen that wall already. You have 145 artisans for your Christmas market? Oh my gosh, Chrissy. That sounds like a full venue. I'd get lost in something like that. Our we always have a like fall festival every September in our community, which is sort of like that, but it's not near that big. Okay, come on now. I'm trying to keep my right hand clean. So my left hand is my dirty hand, which is getting all the gooey stuff. So I'm trying to do all of this left-handed because I need my right hand so I can hold the spoon, okay, for when I need to use the spoon. Oh, shoot. Okay, I think this is 2 cups. It was already past 15 ounces. So we've got this one done. Oh, let me get a paper towel. Good grief. I'm just not prepared today. Goodness sake. See, this is real life, folks. You guys watching this as a VOD later on? It's real life. But that's okay. I am who I am. And I can't be anybody else. All right. So there's this. This one is done. Is that rind or no? That's just this. Yeah, I'm double checking to make sure there's no rind in here. This. Yeah, if you guys can see, there's a little bit brown right there. That's that caramelization on the pumpkin pulp. But yeah, I think that's good. All right, we got one done. Now this one, I need to remeasure that. Let's put another one on here. It's a messy job, I know, but someone's got to do it. Is it still on the ounces? Did I bump it? There it is. You missed so many potty words, Chris. Um, oh, the other day. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well. See, Amanda's a good influence on me, Chrissy. I'm missing a lot of chat here. My gosh. I'm going to have to review all the chat later on because I'm getting a feeling of FOMO. I'm missing out on what you guys are talking about. Okay, come on now. But I wouldn't get this done if I just focus. If I don't focus, I'm never going to get done. Amanda's watching, so I better get it done. Or she'll have my behind. You'll listen to Sheila with bated breath when potty words come out. Well, I mean, I've had a few more years experience than you guys, so I know how to say them. I just, more often than not, I choose not to say them, but there are times when they're necessary. Oh my goodness. I was trying to get this off without the rind coming off. That great, Chris. It looks like wood to me and didn't realize it was wallpaper. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is wallpaper behind me. It's wood? How can you say that looks like wood? I'm looking at the pic that, I mean, it clearly has flowers on it. And I'm watching the video on my tablet too, and it's like, how can you not see that that's flowers? It's just very old wallpaper. This, I don't remember when this house was last remodeled. I think back in the 60s or 70s. I don't know. Yeah. Well, at least I can handle the pumpkin a little bit easier now because it's not as hot as it was. These are the best of the best. It looks like Hallmark. Hallmark. I don't understand you, Chrissy. I'm just my crazy self. I'm no Hallmark aficionado. And this is just an old house. Okay. We have anything on here? Yeah. Oh, you're on the phone. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess I can forgive you for not noticing. But yeah, it's just old, faded wallpaper. Like, and it's got all kinds of marks. I know you can see this mark right here where my kids have drawn when they were little. I know I should have probably cleaned it off years ago, but you know, we were planning on remodeling this room anyway, so it's like, why bother worrying about cleaning it when we're gonna just rip it out anyway? So I've just kind of been putting my blinders on every time I walk through the room. Try not to notice certain things. And then you get used to it, and it's not much of a big deal anymore. Yeah, my house will never be a Better Homes and Gardens kind of home. Now, Christy's, on the other hand, hers could be found in a magazine. Okay. Make sure that stays on. What do we make it? Well, right now I'm just preparing the pumpkin for the pies. I gave everyone the instructions on how to bake your pumpkin, which is you cut it in half vertically, not horizontally. You scoop out all of the seeds and the strings, and then you set it cut side down on a cookie sheet that has parchment paper on it. The parchment paper will make cleanup a whole lot easier, and it'll prevent your pumpkin from sticking to the pan. You would bake it for 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or as Amanda helped me do some calculations, that's 204 degrees Celsius, and you would bake that for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of your pumpkin. Then when you take it out, let it cool some, and then scooping out the pulp is pretty easy. Now, the instructions that I was reading go steps further, where you would take like an immersion blender and like puree it up. I don't necessarily do that. I'm going ahead and measuring out 2 cups for each bag, because 2 cups is what it requires for the recipe I use to make pie. So now these will already be pre-measured. I know that there's going to be 2 cups in every bag. Let's see, what else? But the immersion blender. Yeah, some people will like puree it up even more. But since I'm measuring these up in individual bags, what I will do later on is take my bag and just with my hands, just kind of do a squishy squish and just kind of puree it up by myself. Like that. Because it's very tender. And I've been making my pumpkin pies this way for about 10 years now. I was just curious how to cook a pumpkin. I didn't know how to do it. Mom never did. We always used canned pumpkin from the store. But when I learned how easy it really is, apart from this is the messiest part right here. What I'm doing right now is the part that takes the longest and is the messiest, but it's kind of satisfying too. And you can pre-measure them. Like one pumpkin can make, I've already done just half of this pumpkin, and I've already got enough for 2 full pumpkins, or 2 full pumpkin pies. So I can probably get a full 4, maybe 5 pumpkin pies out of just this one pumpkin that I've baked. I didn't say it again, Manda. I didn't say that again. I said it earlier, but not now. I'm just an old-fashioned fogey, okay? You know, I grew up making things homemade just because Mom and Grandma did it that way. And it wasn't until after my husband and I were married for a few years and I started doing things like canned pumpkin and box this and box that, I realized, you know what? Like boxed instant mashed potatoes rather. I realized, you know what? This box stuff doesn't quite taste near as good as the real stuff. I mean, it's not bad, but It is kind of relaxing, Cece. I agree, Chrissy. She's a wonderful human. I don't care what she said. Yes, Chrissy is a wonderful human. You all are wonderful humans. That's why I love doing these live streams and chit-chatting with you guys. You guys brighten my day. I'm just showing you the ugly side of me. The ugly side of my home. My bad walls. Just call it vintage. That's it. I live in a vintage home. I mean, very, very vintage, where it's like dilapidated. Like its owner. I can at least now laugh at myself, and that's okay. I don't try not to take myself too seriously. It does, Cece, it does look relaxing. One day I might try that. I've never made, what was that? I've never made a pie in my whole life. Oh, yeah. My dad makes a lot of the pies. He does good with pie crust. I know she has no idea how much she means to us, and she'll say blah blah. Yeah, blah blah blah. That's me. Oh shit. I told you guys. Yeah. I don't drink it. It's just there. I use it in some of the recipes, like my mom's fruitcake recipe. It calls for peach flavored brandy. One year my daughter wanted to make real eggnog, which after we've mixed it all together, it turned out disgusting and we didn't like it. But I'm not going to just throw it away. I use it in some kind of cake or bread or something, sweet bread or whatever. So yeah, it's just on the shelf. And besides, I thought you couldn't see very well, Chrissy. I thought I was on your phone where you couldn't see very well. What time is it? This is taking forever. I'm going to have to remeasure this because my scale turned off. Good grief. Let me go wash my hands. I will finish this today, but I'm going to wash my hands and we can have a little chit chat, okay? I'll be right back. I'm going to get a towel to put over top of that. And yes, I'm bringing you along to hear me washing my hands. Enjoy the ambiance. Okay. Okay. There we go. Cover that up. Seal these back up. I will finish that. Okay. Sorry about the creaking thingy. All right. Let me move this so I can see what everybody's doing, what everybody's saying. All right. Oh, there we go. See, that's very sweet. Well, somebody was looking at it, okay? That's why I said what I said, because somebody was looking at it. This season can be tough for many. The cold and shorter days can bring on the blues, but it's also a time to find peace, to slow down, and to let our homes nurture us. Let's care for our spaces. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do here. Little at a time. It's not perfect, but how does Sean say? Not perfect, but better. And FlyLady always says progress over perfection. So we're making progress. It's not perfect, but it's better. Okay? That's good. I get major sads at this time of the year. Sometimes I do, but then I love the fall colors and that kind of perks up my mood. I get more sad, I think, in the spring when it comes to like Mother's Day, and I'm kind of thinking more about my mom during that time, and then that kind of brings me down. But this time of the year, it's just I love the fall colors. Of course, it's, October is my birthday month, but that's only a part of it. But the excitement of preparing for Thanksgiving and Christmas and getting the house all ready and decorated and decluttering some things that we need to get rid of. It can feel so, I don't know, liberating or freeing, because I don't have that burden of clutter and chaos. And that's why I like this system of Fly Ladies, because it forces me to do a little bit every day without feeling stressed about doing it, because it's all organized. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Um, I'm shifting my mindset at this time of the year. I want to do exactly what Sheila's doing, making food for her loved ones without chemicals. Yeah. I'm not always perfect at it, but yeah. I always loved taking the kids to the pumpkin patch, and I think that's what started my inquisition, or my not my inquisition, my inquiry into how to even cook this pumpkin. How do I turn this pumpkin into a pie? And so when I found out how to do that and saw how really easy it is, it's just a little bit more time consuming, but it's not complicated instructions. I've I've just been doing it like that ever since. And then coming back and appreciating what my grandma did when she was growing up, because she grew up during the Depression. They had did all they most of their food was whatever they grew on their farm, in the big garden that they put out, or they also had a hog farm. So they once a year they would butcher one or two of the hogs and sell some of them and raise more, and so that was what they lived off of, the land. And so going back to doing things as simple as cooking up a pumpkin and pureeing it like this brings me closer to my grandma, because I appreciate what she went through as when she was growing up, and so you're killing me. I don't know what did I say that said I was killing you. Sheila, my husband said to get water in a bowl and put salt and put the seeds to soak, and then pull them out and put in a pan and stir until they get brown. I don't have any salt in the water, but I do have them in a bowl of water. So um, I don't know what temperature of heat do we need in the I can't even talk. What temperature should the oven be, and how long should I bake them in there? Because whenever I cook them, it just seems like the seeds are just so chewy, and it's not like whenever I buy the pumpkin seeds at the store, they feel, whenever I eat those, they just taste so nutty. Almost like a pistachio nut, or not a pistachio nut exactly, but like maybe a sunflower seed or something. I don't know exactly, but whenever I eat them, it just tastes so chewy and woody, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Or in your coffee, yes, yes. Was it Ashley Kishner? Yeah, Ashley Kistner, here on YouTube. She doesn't make videos anymore. She's now a full-time Optavia coach, but she showed how she made a pumpkin spice latte with just like a tablespoon of your pumpkin in your coffee and a little bit of like sugar-free pumpkin pie syrup, pumpkin pie spice syrup or something like that added to it. It's really good. I see clear jars, it looks like, for canning maybe. Yeah. Oh, on my, yeah, the shelves. Yeah, that's my shelf that I use for canning. Just this year, we didn't have a good crop of tomatoes or green beans, so I didn't get any canning done this year. What we were able to harvest just barely was enough to make a few meals throughout the summer. My dad's garden just did not do so well this year. Yeah. He said the salt helps dry them. You don't put them in the oven. You don't put them in the oven. I thought you would roast them. Interesting. How long would you have to soak them though? Surely you'd want to like set them out to dry in the sun or something. You use the stove. You don't put them in the oven, you use the stove. You put on the stove, stir them until they get brown. Oh, in a skillet, you mean? They don't go in the oven. I just got up from the couch and moved. Oh my goodness, Amanda. Bless your heart. I hope it wasn't too painful. That is what they do in Mexico. Do you have a recipe that you could link to me? You could send the link to me? Because I'd like to share that. Like, because I've never done that before. And I'd like to, maybe there's a video where somebody actually does that. But how long would you need to soak them in the salt water? An hour? You know, Amanda, I don't want to get up, LOL. Fed the animals, so lots of bending, super amazing time. Oh my goodness, Amanda. My heart goes out to you, my friend. Well, yeah, the cats and dogs the cat and dog needs to be fed too. He said that you just put them in there and you just take them out and then you're ready to cool them on the pan. So just in and out. Okay, I will try that. It's just, it's one of those. Okay, it's like whenever I'm reading my old recipe books, like Mrs. Beaton's recipe book or recipes from the 1940s. Sometimes in the recipe, it just talks about dress dress the chicken, and then you do this and that. But if you don't know what dress the chicken means, then that instruction doesn't have hold a lot of meaning. So just put in a pan of a bowl of salt water for like what, a few minutes? I don't know. And then just take them out. Okay. Or should I sprinkle some salt on them as I'm toasting them in the skillet? I don't know. I'm sorry I'm making this so complicated for you, Chris Cece. But then I've just kind of got a dense brain with some things. The pumpkins did great at your family's farm. That's wonderful. Just put the salt water in the bowl. Okay. The chicken didn't come with clothes though. I know, but if you don't know what dressing a chicken means, then someone as dense as me would think, What do you mean by dress a chicken? You like put a pair of pants on them? The only whoops, oh, I'm so sorry. I kicked the I kicked the camera stand. Oh, I need to talk about something serious. To me, to others, not so much. To others, not so much. What do you want to talk about, Chrissy? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Maybe we ought to continue this serious talk over on our Instagram chat. All right. What do you want to do, Chrissy? You want me to keep going? Do we want to have this conversation now over in our butt calls? What do you want to do? Okay. That I will. I definitely will, Cece. Maybe I'm just not fully understanding the instructions, but then I have a pretty dense brain sometimes. That's why I like to do hands-on learning rather than just having somebody tell me what to do or read it on, I like to actually get my hands on and do it. So if I watch somebody do it as an example and then I do it as myself, I like that kind of learning, hands-on learning. But trying to just read the instructions sometimes can be confusing, or just even somebody verbally telling you what the instructions are. Okay, that's nice to know, but I want to see an example. I'm a visual learner. Well, well, Chrissy, I'm going to get off, but we can continue this conversation over on Instagram if you want to chit chat. Just do your little butt dial, or tell me if you want me to do the butt dial, and I'll use my pudgy fingers to hit the button I always do. Okay. I really need to stop putting so much pressure on myself when it comes to my planner setup. All the binders, settings, and pretty spreads are beautiful, but sometimes I catch myself comparing. I hear you. I hear you there. Chrissy. I've been trying to set up my planner for the 2026 year, because I want to do more journaling, like more planning for like lifestyle and my habits and my routines and things like that. I've been getting a lot of inspiration, but then there's that time where I compare myself, and it's like we need to nip that stupid voice in the bud, because we don't need to compare ourselves. We're beautiful in ourselves. You're beautiful, and whatever you do, it's perfect for you. It's you know, and it's good. It's right for you. Whether whether it's as good as somebody else, as long as it's good for you, then that's good enough. Comparing what I don't have instead of appreciating what I do have, it's honestly overwhelming. And I need to remind myself that progress doesn't have to be perfect. Exactly. That's FlyLady's mantra. What I have is enough. Exactly so. Exactly so. Zoom soon or Insta call soon? Yeah. Let me know. What do you want to do? We could do a Zoom. We could do our Insta call. Whatever. I'm up for it. I'll just be working on this pumpkin stuff for the rest of the day. It's just hard to do it and then focus on chat at the same time because my hands get all gooey and yucky and lovely. But it's still fun and therapeutic too. Well, Kirsty, what do you want us to do, my dear? And before we go, I want to thank all of you guys who are watching this as a replay. Um, thank you for putting up with us for our silly little chats. Um, I just love this interacting with everyone. And if you want to leave a comment down below, please don't hesitate. I love to read your comments. I love reaching out to new friends and, sharing my love back to you as much as I can. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not expecting anything, but I have so much I want to give. So don't hesitate to leave a comment so that I can give you even more love than what you see on this little screen, because this is just a little bit of me. There's a whole lot more I want to give. Okay, babes, love you. Yes, love you all too. We will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is errand day. I'll have to think about what I want to do for tomorrow. But we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I love you. Come on. There we go.